Alright, what's up everyone? This is actually my first Harrier video, so bear with me. I'll talk more about that as we get going. I have some, eh, let's just get on with it. This is the Pinpoint Strike day mission. If you have the Harrier, you have this mission. It's ready to go. Just load it up. Warning, warning, idiot at the controls. Okay, let's do some pre-flight checks here. Yeah. Basically, this is a short-range mission to kind of go and hit a warehouse, get in, get out. So I'm going to kind of decrease realism and shut off my lights, set our flaps to stall mode, water to takeoff, and I'll talk more about the Harrier and stuff as we go. Nozzles full, and let's wheel brakes in. I'm gonna have my wingman go to trail formation. He's right back there somewhere.
Flight, go trail.
Brakes off. And rotate nozzles now. Ooh, gear up. You can watch them come up on the shadow there. And as I slowly set the throttles full aft. Water off. Throttle back a little bit. Okay, so while I'm circling, waiting for 2 to form up here, little update. I've been really wanting to do, as other people have requested, some training videos for the Harrier. Believe me, I would love to be able to do that, but I'm so busy right now. I haven't had much of a chance to really learn the Harrier, much less, master it in, sufficient way to create good tutorial videos for it, or the time to even edit the videos themselves. So instead, I'm just gonna show you a little bit of what I've learned so far. There's more, but of course, DCS being what it is, there's always more to learn. That's what aviation's all about. So basically, this mission is to go drop some bombs on a warehouse, and I am make sure I'm in cruise mode here. Automatic flaps. Just go master arm on because, oops, wrong button. Yeah, I have a peripheral that I have stuff mapped to, and sometimes I forget where I put stuff. So master arm on. Yeah, so there's a lot going on with the Harrier here. What a cool jets! I'm really loving it. It seems like it's designated as an attack jet. It seems like it does a bit of everything pretty well. So far, I can do short takeoffs. I can do vertical takeoffs pretty easy. You just kind of do it. As far as landings go, I can do a conventional landing. I can do kind of a weird short landing, I guess, if you want to call it that. Just kind of doesn't seem to be the proper way to do anything, but it's how I'm rolling. Yeah, so let's go through some of the functions this jet has. Over here on the right, MFD or MPCD, whatever you want to call it, it's a little different than the Warthog that you may be used to. Instead of having like the list of the 5 big functions, you've got this menu button which will take you back to the master menu that shows you all the different things you have available. Here on the sides, the bottom, and they all do a bunch of cool stuff. A lot of them aren't functional yet, like the bit, this configuration. The IFF isn't ready yet. The card, the CAS, this, it's not working yet. But we don't have HUD mode yet. We do have stores mode, so you can see what weapons we have loaded. Press menu to go back to this. Dual mode tracker, which is awesome for designating and hitting targets. Your horizontal situation display, your FLIR, which is good for navigating at nighttime, although it doesn't really, you don't use it to attack anything, just helps you see where you're going, and engine parameters. So I'm going to put this on that, and I'm going to put this one on stores, and I'm going to put select Snake Eyes. I'm going to put them on CIP mode. Nose tail. Drop them all at once. And we're just going to sit back and cruise to the target here. Now what I found is that using the dual mode tracker, I can mark targets pretty well and I can hit them with reasonable accuracy. But CCIP mode is deadly accurate in the Harrier. It goes right where you point it. It's pretty potent. So you can carry, 6 Mark 82s and easily destroy 6 ground targets with them. It's very accurate. You don't need to worry too much about scattering your bombs all over the place to try and hit something. If cluster bombs worked, if the Mark 20 Rockeye worked as it does in real life in DCS, man, this thing would be freaking... Anyway, well, I'm sure that's on the way. Most things are a work in progress, are they not? Yeah, so this mission I'm carrying, let's see, 4 Mark 82s, Snake Eyes, and 2 rocket pods, as well as 2 Sidewinders. Waypoint 1 is the initial point, waypoint 2 is the target, waypoint 3 is an egress, waypoint 4 is the boat. Now, I don't know how to land on the boat yet, so that'll be interesting, assuming we make it that far. You get to see how well I jack it up. Alright, on to waypoint 2, which should be our target. It's a warehouse. I've flown this mission before with varying degrees of success. I haven't... This is like my 5th time. Unfortunately, recording it live, I haven't really got a good recording of how it's supposed to go yet. So what I'm going to do this time is to avoid that ground fire, I'm going to do a little pop-up so I can dive in on it and get a good, accurate bomb delivery. Yeah, that bandit, we're going to have to handle that. Maybe. I think that gray building's the warehouse in question. Yikes. Yikes, yikes, yikes. Pickle. I got some damage, that's for sure. Switch to these rockets here. Oh, target destroyed. Excellent. So what that means is I get to play around with these air targets. Assuming I can find them. Yeah, I probably could have done that a little better. Are these my, yeah, tally 2 way up there. And I'm going to practice jettisoning shit I don't need. Something tells me I won't be able to catch these guys. Yeah, I'm slow. I'm hitting the engine or something. Alright. Let's just head back to the boat. Ooh, I'm nice and shot up, aren't I? What's going on with the external view here? What a cool looking plane, huh? Yeah. Alright, so I'm going to return to the boat a little heavy. So you see how much fuel I have here? I don't want to land with that much, so I'm going to try and set the bingo fuel to, let's say 20, there's a calculation you're supposed to do. I'm just going to wing it, let's say 2,500. I'm going to dump it. So when you do your fuel dump, it should drop down to whatever this is. And I'm going to dump it thusly. Make the plane lighter, be hopefully easier to land. And prepare. You know what? I think I'm just gonna go to the divert field. It's yeah. Let's see if I can trim out this roll I've got here. That helps. Good. Yeah, so, it's not the best video I've ever made, it just is what it is. That happens when you record live. As a side note, if you like watching Harrier stuff, and you like hearing me talk about the Harrier, you're in luck, because I will hopefully, once the project gets far along enough, I'll be recording, it'll be me. I will play the role of the instructor when the tutorial missions come out, and I have some kind of role coming up in the included campaign, which everybody's going to get later. I don't know what that role is going to be exactly. Like I said, work in progress, so you just never know until everything is finalized. But I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. Baltic Dragon's going to be doing both of those things. And he always does good work. He's good to work with. He's generally a good guy. But I guess right now things are in kind of a state of flux. It's a work in progress. If I understand correctly, difficult to do tutorial missions for systems which are still work in progress. So like this stuff here doesn't work yet. It's not active in the sim. A lot of the NPCD functions don't work yet, as I just described. So, creating a tutorial for stuff when we don't know exactly how it works, it's dubious. So, we'll just have to wait and see how that goes. I can't wait though. I'm looking forward to it. I'm kind of curious to see how authoritative I sound. Personal note: I'm really excited about this because as painful as it is to kind of think about, I came not close. It's kind of like saying I dipped my toes in the ocean and now I'm a scuba diver. But basically, earlier in life, I had a flight contract with the Marine Corps. As it turns out, yeah, long story, but I went to OCS actually officer candidate school and did not graduate because, actually I went twice. I got injured both times, and the complications from that kind of prevented me from going any further with it. It's really something that bothers me to this day, and I don't think that's ever going away, but the cool thing is I can do at least do this kind of stuff and experience like a taste of it, I guess. And so, you know, in a parallel universe somewhere, I might be flying a Harrier. Who knows? Probably not. Um, but here we are in the virtual version, which is pretty rad. Anyway, let's go back to that. Which is not to say, don't, you know, like I said, dipping your toes in the ocean does not make you a scuba diver or even a swimmer. Like, it doesn't count for anything. It just means that you tried it and you know, it didn't work out. Which sucks. You know, it does. But consider myself very fortunate that I'm in a position where I can actually pursue flight training on my own. Okay, so I'm going to go put my nozzles at 40 to slow down. Pop out the speed brakes. Flaps to stall mode. And depending on the result of this landing, you may see
landing gear.
How it's very much for the best that I don't fly a Harrier, because I'm probably going to crash. That's going to be... That was disgusting. Pure crap.
Landing gear. Landing gear. Caution. 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 Caution.
Wait, what bent? Bingo fuel. Yeah, I know that. Okay.
Caution.
That's kind of where I was going with that anyway. Dial back to 60 degrees on the nozzles. Which is a weird concept to me, is flying forward with nozzles at a non-longitudinal angle. It's just kind of freaking weird. This is horrible, by the way. In real life, this would definitely be a go-around, but since it's not real life, I'll see what I can do to save it. Oh yeah, I forgot something. Water to landing mode. Dial the nozzle back to 80, should be about 82 degrees if I remember correctly from the guide, and give it full power to prevent myself from sinking into the ocean and fail. And guess what? Hey, that's a good time. Wow, look at the after that ship. Look at the attention to detail they made. Wow, I'm not even kidding. That's super cool. And this totally, I would have landed just fine professionally, but gee, I'm out of time. Wow. How about that? Anyway, sorry about this video. It's not quite up to my usual, you know, standards, but I just had to throw something up there with the Harrier and kind of talk about how cool it was. Yeah, so you can see how this would have been a perfect landing. I would have salvaged it and everything would have been fine. I would have landed just like a hummingbird would on a tiny branch with that much precision and control. Really though, let's see what kind of damage I did. Looks like I hit, well, I actually hit a bunch of stuff. And they hit me too, but Alright. What a cool jet. It's going to take some time to master that, that's for sure.